Morning, YouTube. It's the day after I picked up the second of the loads for the haul. So I posted a video yesterday showing all the remaining stuff I picked up, the 3 brushes and the blower. Now I'm looking to see if I can tackle the Pro 16 just to get it in. It runs, but there is some issues with it that I'm just trying to square away. And I'll dig into it deeper in the summer. A couple of the issues right off the bat, which I'll show you in a second, are it floods when it runs. The pump keeps flooding it, so I actually have to start it with the tank open and then close the tank off because it just keeps pumping gas out of the carb. So I think that's just a matter of probably a clogged needle or something like that. So I got to tackle that. The PTO was locked up, and I tried to figure out why, and then it turns out the horn with the clutch in it is totally, just grungy and just nasty. So I'm going to dive into that. Other issues are broken bolt on the bottom of the engine. So let's do a closer dive, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Diving into the Pro 16, runs really good. It does flood though, so I gotta probably just clean out the needle and change that gas line, which is old and just nasty. I took off when I was running it the other day. I tried to engage the PTO and nothing happened, so I'm like, oh, maybe it's just the linkage that's effed up. It's a little more than that. The linkage was a little screwy. It is a little dirty in there, so at some point I will drain it. I don't want to drain it just yet, just because I want to, figure out this other issue. But I got to. Everything's frozen now. My simple green was frozen, and I wanted to do the ultrasonic clean on it, but my simple green, because it's in the shed, is frozen, so I'll have to leave that in the furnace room. But here's the issue we have right now. So here's the horn. The nice part is the camera. This spins, which is great. It feels solid. That's awesome. The downside is this part is totally locked up. That's what I need to tackle today. Oh, the reason I'm trying to do this is I just want to assess which all the working condition of all the brushes. So I have 4 of them, so I want to use this to assess it and move them around because it's got the horn on it, and all the brushes have horns, so they're all quick hitch adapters. So let me dive into this for a little bit, and I'll be back. There's a little break time between these these video clips here. So I have haven't had a chance to work on the Pro 16. It's been just crummy weather and been traveling on business. But I've jumped back in to try to, at least I want to get, again, the things I, need to do. I need to clean up that front end. It's still dirty. I'm going to be putting back together the PTO horn and the PTO shifter, shipper shaft and all that. So basically what you saw in the last clip was this was totally pitted and dirty, and well, not pitted, but just totally rusted out. So cleaned it all up, used wire brushes, ultrasonic cleaner, replaced the 2 friction pads, ordered them from Richard's Lawn and Garden. They were great. Jamie shipped them to me in a couple days, so replaced that. Then I've cleaned up the shipper shaft. It's a little pitted, but it's still functional. It's not in perfect condition. And I've also got a new gasket, so this front end isn't leaking all over itself again. I also have a new thicker gasket on that from DKTractors and stuff. So our GT Gravely parts, there it is. So I order from everywhere, try to support everyone. So let's see if I can get this stuff back on. I forgot the camera. I thought it was on, but it wasn't. But let me get out of the sun here. Out of the shadow, I should say. So I made some progress. I got the PTO back on. My shipper shaft, it doesn't want to get
to engage. Like it seems like it goes past the peak point of the rotation of the shaft itself, and it just seems to want to, just go, engage, unengage. But then when you try to go the other way, it doesn't want to engage unless you give it a little turn here, and then it will go. But so I got to look at that a little bit more, just to try to figure it out. I don't know if it's just the whole thing is worn and it's allowing it to rotate too much, and it's just binding because it's going past the top point of the crest, which is probably what it's doing. But we'll have to see. So if anything, I think this piece is maybe worn out and it's allowing too much slop, so the rotation might be going past vertical, so now it's trying to hit it. So it could be it. I don't know. We'll have to fool with it. But I got it back on for now just to keep it closed up, and if I have to take it apart again, I'll take it apart again. But yeah, everything's back on right now. So I put a new gas line on it, new filter, just threw some engine degreaser on it just to get some of the muck off of it, just to see what I'm working with. And right now, so the next thing I'm going to do is just clean the carb off, or clean the carb out, because I think the needle is a little sticky. So because if I leave the gas line open, the pump just keeps pumping gas in, it comes out the carb. So I think it's just the needle is not stopping it. So got to dive into that. All right, so I got the bowl off. It's actually not that, it's got some junk in it, some just oil or crud or something. So I'll clean this out and then pull the float off and the needle out, flush that out with some carb clean, and then slap it back on. So I flushed it out, just put it back on, used a little bit of carb cleaner and a little bit of air. Now I'm just going to put a new hose on because that one was old and you don't know what kind of debris is just kind of like floating in it, so might as well just replace everything out while I have it out. I don't know if I have enough I don't know if I have enough clamps, but we'll see. That's a little long. Well, that's on there. It's on there now. I'll keep a little pressure on it because I'm not putting a clamp on there. So, all right. This thing's definitely a little wobbly. I don't know if it's always like this. It seems like it's a little worn out or something. It shouldn't be that. Shouldn't be that wobbly. Let me fix this one. All right, let's get it back together and try running it. All right, hopefully there's enough gas in it. Let's try starting it up. And hopefully there's no gas that pours out of it or starts, hopefully the needle stops. Yeah, there's plenty of gas. Give it a little squirt. too is the PTO was working. I didn't pull it hard enough the first couple times, but it definitely, it engaged, which was perfect, and it disengaged, which was perfect. So might just need to, you know, kind of give it a little more muscle and a little elbow grease to it. So, but there's definitely a hole in the muffler. It's coming out the bottom here somewhere. So I had my hand here, and then there was more air coming out the bottom. So I'll have to replace that at some point, but not a priority because it's not that loud. But hey, made good progress on this today. So pretty psyched, and just need to do a little more cleaning of it. It's still a little, way too much just grime and shit on it. So need to clean this side, but hey, I'm pretty psyched. This is gonna be a nice machine. Just can't wait to actually try mowing the lawn with it this summer. So, all right, cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.